Right, hey guys, it's Jack from Peach here. Welcome to NAMM 2019. We're in the Taylor world at the moment. I've got my good friend Mark here. He's going to give us a little bit of a detailed run through of the brand new Grand Pacific model.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Hey Peach audience, we're back. So yeah, this year what we introduced at NAMM is we came up with our new Grand Pacific. It's a completely new model for us. And it was designed by Andy Powers, our master builder, as an original body shape. We call it a round-shouldered dreadnought. It's just got this incredibly warm and seasoned sound to it, but it also has a lot of clear low-end power to it. And there's a lot of reasons for that, which we can talk about later. We're introducing it in 3 models. We have a 317, a 517, and a 717. And all the Grand Pacifics are done with V-Class bracing. Okay. And what's interesting, last year when we introduced V-Class, we introduced it on our grand auditoriums. But the thing about that was we did that intentionally because everybody knows that's kind of our #1 guitar body shape that we've sold is our grand auditorium. So people know what that guitar sounds like. So when we went out on the road and did the road shows and did an X-Class or an X-brace versus a V-Class bracing, people could really hear the differences and really saw the benefits of V-Class bracing.
Definitely.
But the irony is that originally V-Class came out on this particular guitar on our Dreadnoughts. That was Andy's first real design, was on the Dreadnoughts, but we wanted to put V-Class out into the world before we went back to this.
Okay, yeah.
The reason Andy designed this guitar originally was, as a kid, he listened to a lot of bluegrass and country, roots, Americana music from the 60s and 70s. And he loved the sounds of those guitars, and what was interesting is as his career developed, he got a chance to work on some of these guitars, like literally the exact ones that were played on albums he grew up listening to.
Nice.
And he sat down, and he was telling me the other night at dinner, he's like, the first time I played it, I was kind of disappointed because they don't sound like the records. And at that point, he realized how much, obviously the mics impacted, or the mixing, or the engineer.
And the player, of course.
And the player, but his whole thing was, look, and I want to go back and make a guitar that sounds like the finished recording on those albums, and that's what he set out to do. And with the capabilities of V-Class, the tweak ability and all that, he was able to really do that. And so these guitars are something that we've never, it's unlike any Taylor you've heard, really. It's a completely different thing for us. Whereas we know our grand auditoriums, kind of that sound of the modern day acoustic guitar, notes are really clear and vibrant and very precise and focused. These notes are much more round and broader, and the notes really kind of blend together very smoothly on this instrument. It creates that, we kind of use the terms warm and seasoned because that's really the vibe that it has.
Yeah. So
it's really just a fascinating guitar. On the 317, so the 17 is now our new number for those Dreadnoughts. But basically, for the 317, it's the Sapele back and sides with a Sitka spruce top. And as we move into the 5 and the 7, these are both builder's editions, so they have the same playable features, but the difference being on the 517 we have a mahogany back and sides, and on the 717 we have an Indian rosewood. Now you notice the 2 different tops. On the tops of the guitar we have this new wild honeyburst finish, and it's available.
That's a gorgeous finish.
Isn't it cool?
I really love that.
Yeah, me too. And of course you have your natural finish, both torrefied spruce tops, but on either one of the builder's editions you can get either one of those tops on it, which is kind of cool.
Great.
And then among other things, some of the really neat features, we do these builder's editions, they're really all about playability and the way they sound. So we know they sound good. It's a full body guitar. We're not offering it in a cutaway for that reason. No armrest. We really want to keep the entire body intact. But the playability features, I'm going to have you hold this for a second.
Sure. We
have some really cool features. Starting with the neck here, we have what's called a compound carved neck. So it starts out in a V and works its way to kind of a rounded C. It's just, when you're up here, it feels great. And as you move up, it feels great. We also rounded or rolled off the fret edges. So the fret edges are real soft as you move up as well. The heel block, we rounded this off. Normally this kind of comes to a point here, so we took out that ridge. Gives you a little bit better access as you move up on this guitar since they don't have cutaways. The entire body is chamfered, which means all the edges are rounded. So
nice.
It's sitting on your leg, it's comfortable, your arms come over the top. It's almost like a mini armrest feel to it, to some extent. Obviously we have the wild honeyburst finish. We also changed this a little bit. We call it a curved wing bridge. And it's just a little bit soft when your hand comes in, so it feels real good on your right hand. Silent satin finish like the guitars we did last year. And we also have a brand new case for it, and the new case is really cool. I don't know if you've seen them or not out there, but you'll grab some pictures.
Yeah.
It's this western floral pattern that looks like it's been done with tooled leather. It's a really good looking case, and it's obvious, and it comes across on all of the Grand Pacific guitars.
Brilliant.
So yeah, just a really, really fun guitar, and again, something completely different. over the last 12 years of working for Taylor, I've done hundreds of road shows, and we're constantly handing guitars. And so somebody handed me this guitar last month at one of our sales. Yeah, check this out. And right when they hand you, I'm like, that does not feel like any Taylor I've ever had.
Okay.
Right away you'll notice the neck when you sit down and play it.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
this is interesting. So
great,
really cool guitars. And then we also expanded our V-Class to our grand concerts, our smaller guitars. And
great,
so all
okay.
the benefits of the better sustain, the better intonation, all that stuff is all now transferred to the guitars.
Yeah, in case any of you guys are unfamiliar with the V-Class bracing system, Mark and I did a great video a few months back, if you want to check the channel, where you went into a lot of detail about the V-Class system and just how well it works for pretty much any style of guitar.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's really great to see a new body style. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm really excited to hear it and sit down and play it. And I'm glad to see that the line of the contemporary Taylor design that everybody knows is also kind of being merged now with that classic slope shoulder kind of design, because that to me is what acoustic guitar is.
If you ask somebody to draw an acoustic guitar that doesn't know guitars, that's what they're going to draw 9 times out of 10.
So I'm very excited for this. So yeah, thanks again for that insight, Mark.
Always great to see you guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you again, I'm sure, in the not too distant future. So
Indeed,
thanks for coming out.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want any more info, you can find it out at peachguitars.com. Thanks for watching.